It's December in Dallas. And here's a question that cuts straight to the heart of Cowboys Nation. How does a team that once looked like it had momentum, swagger, and a real shot at January football suddenly find itself staring at a 1% chance of making the playoffs? 1%. That's not hope, that's a heartbeat. And inside AT&T Stadium, Jerry World itself, that reality is echoing louder with every passing day. Just a few weeks ago, the Dallas Cowboys were riding high, 3 straight wins. The offense was clicking, the defense was flying around, and fans were once again whispering that familiar phrase, "Is this the run?" You could feel it. That late-season Cowboys buzz that's been part of this franchise's DNA since the days of Roger Staubach, leading comeback drives, and Tom Landry pacing the sideline in his fedora. But then reality hit, hard, and now, as we enter the final stretch of the NFL season, the Cowboys' playoff dreams aren't just fading. They're hanging by a thread thinner than a goal line pane of glass. The numbers are brutal. According to projections, Dallas sits at just a 1% chance to reach the postseason. 1%. That's the kind of figure usually reserved for miracle comebacks and Hollywood scripts, not realistic NFL outcomes. And yet, because this is America's team, because this is the Dallas Cowboys, the conversation never truly dies. Instead, it shifts to something fans know all too well, the so-called dream scenario. Here's where it gets really interesting and painful. For Dallas to somehow steal the NFC East crown, everything has to go perfectly. The Cowboys must win out. No slip-ups, no excuses. That means beating the Los Angeles Chargers at home, then traveling to Washington on Christmas Day, and finally closing the season against the New York Giants. 3 wins, doable on paper. But that's only half the story. The other half? Dallas also needs the Philadelphia Eagles to completely collapse. Not stumble, collapse. The Eagles would have to lose every remaining game against the Commanders, the Bills, and then the Commanders again. Yes, twice against Washington. And that's where the dream crosses a line into delusion for many fans. Washington has already announced that rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels will rest for the remainder of the season. That alone feels like the final nail in the coffin. Expecting a depleted Commanders team to knock off Philadelphia twice, while also hoping Buffalo handled business, is asking the football gods for divine intervention. And Cowboys fans know the script. They've lived it before. Now, let's slow this down and really break it apart. Because while the odds are slim, the Cowboys story this season deserves context, historical, tactical, and emotional. This franchise is built on expectations. 5 Super Bowl titles. Legends like Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin defined dominance in the 1990s. Even earlier, Staubach's calm under pressure and Landry's innovation turned Dallas into a national brand. That's where the nickname America's Team comes from. Not marketing hype, but sustained excellence on the biggest stages. Fast forward to today and the faces have changed, but the pressure hasn't. Dak Prescott is the quarterback now, the leader under center. He's taken criticism, praise, and everything in between. This season, Dak has shown stretches of elite play. Quick reads, accurate throws command the offense, but also moments where the unit stalled at the worst possible times. That inconsistency has been the story of Dallas football in recent years. CeeDee Lamb remains the engine of this offense. A dynamic wide receiver who can turn a slant into a touchdown and draw double coverage on every snap. Defenses game plan around him. And when he's rolling, the Cowboys look dangerous. But football is the ultimate team sport. And too often this season, Dallas hasn't had enough balance around him. On the defensive side, Micah Parsons continues to be a game wrecker. One of the most explosive defenders in the NFL. Parsons lines up everywhere. Edge rusher, linebacker, chaos creator. When he's unleashed, quarterbacks panic. But even great defenses need help from the offense. And Dallas hasn't always provided that complementary football. And then there's the NFC East, a division that never lets you breathe. The rivalry with Philadelphia is as heated as ever. Games against the Giants and Commanders are never as easy as fans want them to be. This division has a way of humbling teams. And right now, it's humbling Dallas. Fictional voices around the locker room tell a familiar story. You can almost hear veteran players saying, "All we can control is us. We've got 3 games left. Win them, and let the rest sort itself out. That's the professional mindset. That's what they have to say. Meanwhile, a fan outside AT&T Stadium might sound far less optimistic. I've seen this movie before. I'll believe it when I see it. And that emotional split, that tension between hope and realism, is the essence of Cowboys Nation. Up next is the final home game of the season, hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. Sunday afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern. Fox, the kind of stage Dallas loves. One last chance to give the home crowd something to cheer for this year. The Chargers bring their own challenges, and in today's NFL, no win is guaranteed. Quarterbacks can change games in a blink. One missed tackle, one blown coverage, and momentum swings. After that comes Christmas Day in Washington. Football on a holiday, eyes everywhere. And then a season finale against the Giants, potentially a flex game, where pride might be the only thing left on the line. So what does it all mean? Realistically, this season's playoff path is nearly closed. The math is unforgiving. The circumstances are cruel. But this is also the NFL, a league built on chaos, surprise, and occasional miracle. Even if the dream scenario never materializes, these final games matter. They matter for evaluation, for momentum, for pride, for the future of this roster and coaching staff. Every snap is taped. Every decision echoes into next season. And for the fans, this is where loyalty shows. Win or lose, Cowboys Nation shows up. Because being a fan of America's team isn't just about rings. It's about belief, heartbreak, and coming back every year thinking, maybe this time. So as the Cowboys take the field one last time at home, ask yourself this. Are you watching for miracle, or are you watching because this team is part of who you are? Either way, stay locked in. Drop your thoughts, your predictions, your frustrations. Hit that like button, subscribe, and keep the conversation going. Because in Dallas, the story never truly ends.